What up, my awesome viewers? Real Gian here, and of course I'm gonna use all of the camera testings and things from sound to camera quality and everything in between. Is only gonna be focusing on the Fold 3's main cameras and selfie camera and under display camera. So everything that you see right now, as I am recording, I am using the main camera of the Fold 3, using it as a selfie mode because it's the best quality. And then I'm also using the microphone is also off of the Fold 3 as well. So everything that you see here is done through the Fold 3's camera. The sort of editings that I do make are the little subtitles and like little transitions between clip from clip. But besides that, no actual like video modding. Like I don't change the lighting, or I don't change like the sort of like the shading and the way how the videos look. I also do not record using a different microphone when you're seeing. So the only microphones and sounds that you're hearing and seeing is from the Fold 3, because I want to make sure that I use everything just from this one device so that you know exactly how the videos are going to be like. Now, I know you guys have seen the Fold 2 before, so yeah, this is going to be the Fold 3 stuff. Let me know how you guys think, and of course I'm probably going to do a video comparison down below as well. You guys enjoy. Okay, so this is now recording using the front selfie camera, not the open one, but the closed one. So the picture should be pretty good in terms of the particular selfie camera. But now what I want to know is that how does this one compare to the Fold 2? And honestly, I think everything should really be the same thing. I don't think there should be difference or yeah, things like that. I don't even know how to talk today. But yeah, so it should not be that much of a big difference. But yeah, this is how the selfie camera quality should be like during video on the selfie camera. That's the folded one of the Fold 3. Okay, so this is going to be the selfie version of the folded version, not the in-display camera, but the actual regular selfie camera of how the when you fold up the phone looks like. Overall image quality looks pretty okay. It looks really shaky, so I think it's pretty bad. It's really dark here because again, like I'm going against the light, so it's really dark in terms of image quality. But if we were to move it out when like the light shining against my face, looking at the viewfinder, it doesn't look like it's that bad. Overall, I feel like it's pretty decent. Again, it's a pretty good form factor to do vlogs with because of how narrow and small the phone is when you actually fold it up. So it's actually pretty nice. And yeah, there we go. When moving, it looks kind of shaky when going into the dark. Like it looks really shaky when looking at the viewfinder. But yeah, overall, it's not too bad. But I think in the computer it might be a little bit worse than that. But overall, like it doesn't look too bad if you were to just kind of use the little selfie camera to vlog with. But let's be honest, if you have the ability to use the main cameras, why wouldn't you? So let's check that out. Okay, so now we're doing the video of the camera that's the open one. That's the camera that's in the big screen of the Fold 3, and just from looking at it, it does not look good whatsoever. And this is like some of the best lighting conditions on what I can see, because it's like a bright day. And yeah, from just looking at the video portion of the Fold 3, yeah, like just seeing it through the viewfinder, it does not look good at all. But you know, again, this is not something you would really want to do. I mean, let's be honest here. Like who in the right mind would actually do the camera like this anyways? So this is just going in darker mode where wow, like the quality really dips. The quality dips so much. But hey, you know, again, I don't think anyone really uses this camera anyway, so it should not be such a big deal. But yeah, in like the best lighting conditions, this is basically what's going to look like. In different lighting conditions, here it's like darker, and here it should be a lot brighter. So yeah, so you guys have an idea of what it looks like using the viewfinder from the Fold 3, the camera from the open screen. Yep. Okay, so now we have the under display camera, which honestly at dark it looks like a hot mess. This looks, the bloom, like the bloom on that on the lights that I can see, like wow, that's pretty bad. But then again, I don't think you would use this camera to vlog with, because it's the under display camera. It's the one where you gotta unfold the phone and you gotta hold it at like a really weird looking angle. But the thing that's better about this than the Fold 2 is that it doesn't have those like little micro accidental touches that the Fold 2 did. But then again, it could have just really been my particular unit, and here's the light shining against my face. And yeah, this doesn't look good. This has a lot of noise going on, and overall I don't recommend this particular viewing angle. So yeah, I don't recommend this. But hey, those are curious to find out what the video quality looks like. Yeah, this is what it looks like. Not the best, not even good. Like, it's pretty bad actually. There's a lot of noise going on, but hey, now you know, right? Okay, so this is the recording on the main camera of the Fold 3. It looks pretty much similar to how the Fold 2 is in like the best possible lighting conditions. So yeah, it seems pretty good. Everything seems stable. The viewfinder looks good. I mean, at least from what I can tell from looking at it through sunglasses, because it's so hot today. It is like really hot today. So yeah, this is what it's gonna look like here. I think I can actually adjust. And then there you go. Now we have the larger viewfinder, which ultimately this is gonna be like the best version for doing vlogs, because you see most of yourself through there. So I guess it makes the most sense for those that want to do vlogs is to pretty much do this particular viewfinder, because it makes the most sense to do so. Okay, so here's the main camera, the actual main camera of the shooter, and the image quality looks really good. Like from the viewfinder, it looks great. Actually, some of the daylight shots that I did when I look at it from the computer, that looks freaking fantastic, man. Like that looks really good. And yeah, overall with the viewfinder, looking at the main camera of the phone, yeah, this is definitely a vlog worthy camera. Like especially when you kind of look, actually when the light shines on the other way, on the main camera, it doesn't look that bad too. Like this is definitely very doable in terms of just looking things at the viewfinder. It looks very doable and looks very nice. But of course, I mean, if you have like a real camera, you should probably still use that if you are going to be like doing like really professional vlogs or things like that. But overall, I say this particular main camera, it's actually pretty decent in terms of just how well it renders things on the viewfinder. On the computer, I'm pretty sure there might be some noise, but overall on the viewfinder, it looks legit good. Like yeah, this legitly looks pretty freaking sweet. Okay, so this is going to be the steady shot that's being filmed in the daylight, and of course, as usual, honestly, I think this is going to be like the best possible quality. The only thing that's really going to get in the way is actual just conditioning of the wind. That's pretty much it. But yeah, besides that, we're going to have like really good stabilized shot. It's going to feel very gimbal-like. So I only expect the best from having Supersteady on like direct sunlight. I do not see this quality being bad whatsoever. So yeah, it's gonna be good quality. It's gonna be really stable and all that good stuff. It's in the best possible lighting conditions, so you can't really expect it to go wrong, you know. So, which is kind of disappointing, which is kind of like something I really don't want to do, because I don't like to film in like the best lighting conditions. Because if you film in the best lighting conditions, it's like the best possible way on how the camera's gonna look, and like what's the point? See, this is why I'm very excited to film in like the worst conditions. So that's when you can really see if the camera stands out or not. Okay, so this is how it's gonna look like with the Supersteady on in an environment that is closed, but with decent enough lighting conditions, so it's really not that bad. Overall, I don't think it should be any different from the Z Fold 2. So yeah, it looks pretty shaky on here, and I think after post-processing it should be pretty much the same how it was before. I don't think anything is really going to change just from looking at it on the viewfinder, and that's pretty much it from what I can tell. So nothing else really changed that much, and I'm gonna walk over this way. I'm gonna try to not film people, and then yeah, overall I think it's pretty decent. It's not the best, it's not the worst, so yeah, over when looking at the computer, it should be pretty much similar to how it is with the Z Fold 2. Okay, so this is the Supersteady at night. Overall, it still looks like there's a lot of noise that are going on, but I guess you can hopefully still get that gimbal quality, but at night it's like a whole nother beast, to be honest. At night is really different, and even going inside buildings, like the Supersteady on the Fold 2 looks pretty awful. On the Fold 3 during the building, I think it looks better. It's not good, but it looks better than the Fold 2, which is surprising because a lot of people keep saying, you know, it's the same freaking camera, and if it's the same freaking camera, ideally it should be the same quality. But overall, for the Supersteady portion of the Fold 3, I think it looks good. There's still noise looking at it from the viewfinder. Like I can still see a lot of noise, but overall it's really not that bad just looking things through the viewfinder. So yeah, maybe the Supersteady can work. Maybe it's not like a huge thing that I would recommend, so I think maybe it might work, just maybe. And in case of you're curious, this is the one where the really zoomed in one will look like. So yeah, it's pretty much, it is what it is. It's super zoomed in. I don't see any particular scenario when this particular angle will be useful, unless, you know, like looking at my hair or face. Or I mean I guess if you're a girl, it's probably like super good if you want to like zoomed in on your face to see how your face looks like. But yeah, overall I don't think this particular angle is all that particularly useful. So yeah, it's pretty much is what it is. But hey, at least you have something to zoom in when you want to zoom in on a video. So yeah, you know, you can do that scumbag zoom like Flossie Carter would do. And now this is the zoom, the really zoomed in one, the one that's just ridiculous to use either way. You have a lot zooming in my face, see that sweet facial feature, see how crooked my teeth is and everything like that. And I don't think anybody will actually use this super zoomed in one, but for those of you that are curious to find out, yeah, it's pretty much it looks like it is what it is. And overall, like, I really have to stretch myself like really far to actually like see or to get a somewhat halfway decent view of what the camera looks like. But yeah, overall I don't recommend it with this really zoomed in version. It's not that good at all. Okay, so I thought about doing the zoom out portion of that little video, and that would be it. But I feel like as like a viewer part of thing, you might feel like it's kind of a cheap out. So this is the actual like zoom out portion of the main camera. And yeah, in the best lighting conditions, this looks absolutely gorgeous. And with the Fold 3, it wouldn't be any different. There you go, where the sun is shining out my face of like it's 100 degrees out here. It feels like it's 100 degrees out here considering how bright it is. So yeah, this is what it looks like with the sun shining against my face. And overall, like, the camera quality is very good. I'm pretty sure the sound's pretty good too. Yeah, I don't think it's better than the Fold 2. It could be slightly better, but you know, the only way to really tell is to stack them both side by side, which of course that's something that I'm gonna do. But overall, here's what the zoomed out, the ultra wide, there you go, that's the name for it. Yeah, this is what the ultra wide looks like. Okay, so now we're looking at the ultra wide, and things definitely took a turn with the ultra wide. But overall, if you were to vlog, I still recommend using the ultra wide camera, because again, you have most of the shots filled in, and you just have that ultra wide look, and you can record a lot more things with the ultra wide than you can with the main camera. But overall, it looks good. Like, this still looks pretty good, but I think looking at the viewfinder, you might be able to see some noise. I'm seeing a little bit of noise when looking at the viewfinder. So, and of course, when the light isn't shining against my face, it still looks doable. It's not as good as the main camera, but it's still pretty doable. I'm trying not to speak super loudly because it's like, I think about like 11 or 12 right now. So yeah, it's pretty dark. I don't want to like disturb people, but yeah. So overall, with the ultra wide, it looks good. It looks like something that maybe there might be just a lot more noise when looking at it through the computer and looking at it through actual video once I post everything up. But yeah, I think it's still pretty doable, but it's not great, but it's good. So you have that going for you, which is nice. So what do you guys think overall? How do you guys like the video quality? Is there any particular things that you're surprised about, or any particular things that disappoint you perhaps? I know one thing would disappoint you, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious. It's that under display camera. That under display camera is pretty bad, not gonna lie, but there's a very good reason for it. I honestly believe that the under display technology to actually keep the camera the way how it looks like for that little bit better of like full screen, because if you notice the stuff on the Fold 2, right, there's like a little black line where the punch hole camera is. Well, for the Fold 3, it's literally the full screen experience. And yes, the pixels, the sacrifice you do make in terms of camera quality is there, not gonna lie. But here's the thing, me personally, I do not even use the under display camera. In fact, it's literally not there most of the time. I rarely notice it unless I really pay attention to it. If I am looking at the Fold 3 and I'm looking for the camera, I will see it. Like the whole pixelation, things like that, like I will see it if I am looking for it. But if I'm not looking for it, pretty much not there. So it's a very nice viewing experience, especially doing gaming. And besides the under display camera, everything else honestly looks either a tad bit better or about the same. And then of course I'm gonna do the two things going at once, so then like back to back, so you guys can have like a very clear idea of how it looks like when comparing the two things together between the Fold 2 and the Fold 3. But overall, with my experience, I honestly think these cameras are pretty legit. I don't know why people keep saying that these are garbage cameras, because honestly they're not. They are very serviceable. The image quality looks good as from the viewfinder, and from the computer it also looks pretty good too, especially during daylight. Wow, like daylight looks really good for these cameras. And nighttime, of course, nighttime suffers. No real, like, no phone camera can survive the night, to be honest. But I mean, that's for future technology down the line. But for now, honestly, I really think that the video qualities of the cameras are very serviceable, especially the main camera and the ultra wide. Those are two of the cameras I think most people will be using if they're recording a lot of videos. And yeah, overall, I think these are very usable cameras. They're not the best, and I completely understand. Like, I completely understand. You paid $2,000. How come you're not getting the best camera? I completely understand that. But there's also the other camp of relatively new technology. Things are gonna cost more for you being an early adopter. You know, as like the Pixel Fold, the Xiaomi Fold, any other Fold out there later on, because the patent is like out. So any other Folds later on down the line, yeah, I can definitely see them being cheaper. But for now, because you want the Fold early, you want the experience of the Fold, like myself, you want single-handedly the best emulator experience I have had in my entire life. Portable, best portable emulation experience that I had in my whole entire life so far. At this particular point, at this particular junction in life, recording a video, this is the best. And of course, if you want the best of whatever, you're gonna pay for it. You may not have the best camera, but you do have the best screen. At least I think so. So yeah, that's kind of like my little 2 cents there. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think. You know, like, subscribe, thumbs up, click the bell for more content. Support me on locals directly down there too. You guys stay awesome.